So today is March 29th. It's the day before my surgery. My surgery tomorrow is at 7:30 a.m. I have to be there around 5:30, which means I am leaving with my friend from his house around 3:30 a.m. because it's about an hour and a half drive, but we want to leave a little bit early to give a little bit of wiggle room. So in less than 24 hours, it's about maybe 10:30 right now. I don't know why I looked at the couch, which has nothing on it beside me, to try to figure out the time, but I'm pretty sure it's like 10:30 right now. So yeah, in less than 24 hours, I will be being wheeled in for surgery. So that's exciting. I just wanted to sit and talk about like the things that I packed and all that kind of stuff and what today is going to look like. I'm going to be filming more throughout the day. But I had to pack, they said pack light. So basically I was a little confused. I'm pretty sure that I'm just going to be wearing a gown until they take out the packing or until it's time for me to go home. But I packed a few t-shirts. I packed basketball shorts that I don't care if they get bloody or something, if like, you know, if I'm like leaking or whatever, I don't know. I packed a cardigan, I packed a flannel. They did say, I don't know if this was like in reference to bottom surgery, because like they'll send out a packet that's just a generalized thing for anybody getting surgery, but they did say not to pack things that you pull over your body, which is why I brought a flannel and a cardigan, just in case that's what they mean. But I don't know, maybe that was more for people who are getting top surgery, because there were other things in there that weren't like applicable to me because I reached out about some things and they were like, oh no, actually that's just for other people or whatever. So I don't know what that was in reference to, but I just made sure to bring both. I brought underwear, socks, all those basic kinds of things. I did bring mandals. I don't know if like they called them that everywhere, but where I grew up when I was in high school, it was like really popular for guys and girls, but I guess it was more of a guy thing first, I don't know, to wear like those flip-flops that like don't have like the toe thing, it's just like the band over top of it. And like they would wear them like with socks. I still actually do that sometimes. But it was like, I guess like a sporty thing. A lot of sporty people did it. But anyways, I brought those because they did say to bring either slippers or flip-flops or something so that you don't have to like bend over to like put them on and stuff. So I did that. I took a shower this morning, washed and conditioned my hair and everything. I put all my hair stuff in a little bag and put it in the bag that I'm bringing. I cut up some trans tape. I use that on my chest to smooth it out, and especially if I'm not going to be able to wear a sports bra because it like gets pulled over top of me, I figure that's a good alternative because that makes me feel better. I don't really like seeing like my chest all like, you know. I had to pack all my medicine. I don't know like if they'll be giving me their, like, you know, when you go to the hospital they normally give you medicine, but it said to pack all of it, and I figure that's safe just in case they can't get any of it or some of it or whatever. I have my bunny, and I have my hat because that also helps like on the days that I'm feeling like extra like androgynous, and especially I think after surgery it could help me like emotionally feel better. It's kind of like a comfort thing. Pretty sure that's everything for packing. I do want to say I don't remember if the video that I filmed yesterday talking about all of this stuff, I don't remember if I put it in there or not, but if I did, I said that I had to do a CHG bath, which is like chlorhexidine, but that was one of the things that was apparently just a generalized thing for people getting surgery, but it wasn't applicable to me. So if I mentioned that there, I'm telling you now, I didn't actually have to do it. I think that's everything in terms of packing. So today I'm not allowed to eat anything. It's a clear liquid diet. So I made some miso soup this morning. They sell little packets at the grocery store. It's like if you don't know what it is, it's like the soup that you get if you ever go out to eat hibachi and you get soup with it. It's that kind of soup. I did have to like strain it though, because it has some like different like leaves in it and I think little chunks of tofu. So I drank some of that, ate some of that, I don't know. It feels weird to say I ate that when it's just a liquid, but I don't know. And I also heated up some chicken broth and ate that. In about 30 minutes is when I'm supposed to start with the whole laxative thing. So I have, so I do one at 11 and then I do one at 3. So the one that I do at 11 is magnesium citrate. And I got grape flavor. They had actually a decent selection of flavors. I don't remember what they all were, but I prefer grape. So I have to drink this. I'm hoping it tastes okay. It seems like a watery consistency, which is nice because some laxatives can be oily, and like that makes, like I have a gag reflex for certain textures of foods, and like I can't. So I'm glad that this is like watery. It said to drink it with 7-Up. So I don't know if that meant drink some of this, drink some 7-Up, or if you're supposed to mix them together. Like, I don't think it would matter, like, in the long run, but if it tastes really bad, maybe I'll mix it with 7-Up. But I also don't want to, like, if I mix it with 7-Up and then the drink is still really disgusting and then I have to basically drink double of the drink, I'd rather just, like, take shots of this laxative and then chase it with 7-Up or whatever. So I'll be doing that pretty soon, and I will let you know how it tastes and all that kind of stuff. And then at 3 o'clock, I have to do Miralax, which I've actually done before because of my CF. I've had digestive issues, but I've never done a whole bottle. So I have to do a whole bottle. I think it's 238 grams. And basically, if you don't know what that is, it's like a powder, and you mix it with, you can mix it with juice, you can mix it with Gatorade, you can mix it with Powerade. I have mixed it with soda in the past, but like I don't think you're supposed to. You can mix it with water. There's nothing wrong with that, but it does have a little bit of a taste. Like, it's not the greatest, and especially if I'm drinking a whole bottle of it, like I would definitely recommend to mix it with something else, because like it doesn't really have a flavor if you're mixing it with something that already has a flavor, but when you're mixing it with water, it's like, just, it would be a little bit too much to drink a whole bottle. I'm supposed to drink 64 fluid ounces of Gatorade. He said specifically Gatorade or Powerade, I think, because with laxatives you can get dehydrated, and like Gatorade has like those electrolytes or whatever. I'm not entirely sure, but I know that when one of my exes was hungover the one time, they really liked Gatorade because it like helped a lot. So I'm guessing that's why you're supposed to use Gatorade or Powerade. I got the blue flavor. I could not find a 64-ounce bottle, so I got two 28-ounce bottles, which is 56 ounces. So that's probably fine. I think it's just because I'm using so much Miralax that they want to have a big amount of Gatorade to work with it as well. And that's at 3 o'clock that I do that. So I think that's everything so far, and I'll be back to let you know what the magnesium citrate tastes like, and I'll film somewhere throughout the day to let you know how fast it starts working and how things go. I know that's a little personal, but I figure, you know, I don't care. I figure I should be as open as I can. So yeah. Oh my god, less than 24 hours. It's like so weird. It's so weird, but it's like good. Oh, and there was one thing that I wanted to mention that I don't think I mentioned in my video yesterday. So, and I probably have mentioned it throughout some of my videos, but I'm not sure. But I was talking to one of my friends yesterday about like HRT and like just different like transitioning stuff, because they're transitioning as well. And basically, like, both of us were the same, and we were saying that basically when we take steps in our transition, it's not necessarily like comfortable right away. Like when I came out and told everyone, even when I told like a few friends, like, hey, like start calling me Bryn, please, and like, you know, use these different pronouns and stuff, like it took a little while to get used to it, and it was like jarring a little bit. And then same with HRT, and same with legally changing my name, and like literally every step of my transition, it's taken me time to get warmed up to each step. And I think we so often see, you know, trans people who start HRT or change their name or go and get surgery or like whatever, and it's like right when they do it, they're like, oh, like I feel so much relief, and like everything is like great, and I'm so happy I did this. And like there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's awesome. I think that's really great for them. But I know for myself, usually like right away I'm like, okay, like I feel a little like unsettled until I can really like grasp the change. And I just wanted to put that out there because I have a very strong feeling that that might be what happens with me as well. But I do believe that in the long run, like I'll be exactly where I want to be, because every other time that I've taken a step in my transition, even though at first it's been a little bit jarring and a little bit like, whew, like, I don't know, like a little bit of a shock to my system, I've always come out like better on the other end. It just usually takes a little bit. And I think especially with surgery and, you know, looking at it, it's going to be a whole like mess until it heals. And it's a lot of change in terms of my body and just in my lifestyle, because I'm going to have to be dilating so much and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's going to take a little bit of time for me to really feel like settled into my new body and to feel like, okay, like I feel good about this. And I feel like I might like struggle a little bit until I get there, just because everything's so new and I don't have that like groundedness of like simplicity, I guess. I don't have simplicity for a while because everything's going to be changing. So I just wanted to put that out there to acknowledge that. But of course I'll be vlogging and everything, and y'all can see how that all goes. So yeah, I will be back when I start drinking the magnesium citrate. Alrighty, so it is 11 o'clock, so I need to start drinking this. Oh, it smells like grape. It doesn't smell bad. I know like grape flavored is not like the best, but it's my favorite out of all the flavors, so. It tastes like a sour grape Skittle. It's actually kind of good. Like I wouldn't like, I wouldn't like drink it like for fun, but like, that's so weird. It seriously tastes like a sour grape Skittle. It's like weird. Okay. Okay. Yeah, like it's like, when it has that like aftertaste, like, you know, like when you eat a sour Skittle and you're like, it's just like so sour. It's like, ew, it's so weird, but I'm glad it doesn't taste bad. Yeah, and if you're curious on the brand, because maybe different brands taste different, it's from Walmart. So, alrighty, well, I will be back to let you know how quick that kicks in, and I will also be back at 3 o'clock to show you all about the Miralax. So, yeah. I did forget to say that the directions that my surgeon gave me was to drink it within 15 minutes. I guess you're supposed to do that. So, but honestly, I mean, he said to drink it with 7-Up, but I honestly don't feel a need to drink the 7-Up. I might drink it anyways, but like, it's really like, I'm like impressed. Like, how did they make a drink? Okay, it's not a drink. Do not ever drink this like for fun because it's a laxative. But like, how did they make this taste like a candy? Like, I don't know, I'm just like so surprised. It's like kind of good. So a quick little update. That was good for like the first few sips, but like not really good. By the time I hit like a third of the bottle, I was like, this is not it. Like this, ugh, oh my god. The taste itself isn't bad, but drinking a whole bottle, a 10-ounce bottle of it, not the best. The 7-Up did help, I guess. But I'm gonna go brush my teeth because it feels like I have like sour stuff all over them. But I managed to get it down, but it was not as great as I was intending it to be. So right now it is 12:45. It has not really kicked in yet. I guess I can feel things like moving around in my stomach, but I looked online and it should take anywhere between 30 minutes up to 3 to 6 hours. So I guess it just kind of depends. I will say, had I realized like how this was gonna make me feel, because I feel like a little bit nauseous and like really tired, I probably would not have had any like clear soup this morning, like chicken broth and the miso soup that I had, just because like my stomach feels kind of full. So I'm mostly just tired. Like I don't know what the heck was in that, but like, oh my god. So I don't know, but I oh, I was like thinking there was something I wanted to say. Something that's kind of irritating that most of you, if not all of you, will probably not have to deal with is I have a feeding tube in my stomach, where like basically when I was really sick with my CF, I wasn't really able to gain weight and I couldn't eat and I was depressed, and so like I had no appetite and stuff, and I was losing a lot of weight, and with CF it's very hard to gain weight. And I've been on a really good medication now for the past like, I don't know, like 2.5 years or so. But before then I was like rapidly losing weight and I was like skin and bones. So they gave me a feeding tube and I would do like feedings overnight. I would hook it up to a little machine. But anyways, I still have the tube even though I don't like use it. But it's like, I'll show it to you. Just like, if you don't like that, then like close your eyes for like 15 seconds or something, or not even. But so it looks like this, and like you can see like it goes in. So you can see it's like a little bit red, which is because when I have a lot of liquids, which I did not think about this, when I have a lot of liquids, it can kind of leak sometimes. It's not supposed to, but I haven't had it replaced now since before the pandemic, and I'm supposed to get it replaced every 6 months. But since I haven't been using it, I just like don't care. But sometimes when it leaks, it can get a little bit irritated. So that's been happening, which is like not fun. I mean, it doesn't like matter that much, but it's just kind of annoying, I guess. But I just want to put that out there because like, I don't know, that's what I'm experiencing. I have like a paper towel to like clean up anything that's leaking, and it'll probably get a lot worse when I do the Miralax because I have to drink so much Gatorade with it. But yeah, so that's everything that's going on right now. I'll obviously keep you informed, and I'll be making another video when I do the Miralax. So stay tuned. I think actually before I hop off, I think the 7-Up that he told me to get, I think that was to help with nausea. So I have been drinking that, just because the laxative, I don't know, like it was like one of those tastes that was okay in the beginning, and then it was like, would not recommend. It was like just too much of one taste, and the sour, like, I don't know, it was just a lot. And so I'm drinking the 7-Up, but I don't actually like the taste of 7-Up either, but I think it's helping with the nausea. And I'm trying to drink water too, because I want to stay hydrated, because when you take a laxative and stuff, it takes, some of them are like different than the others, but a lot of the times it'll take the water from your body and like put it in your like bowels or whatever to make it extra like moist or whatever. So it's good to like drink extra water. So I've been trying to do that, but it's just like, I don't know, it's a lot and I'm really tired. So, but yeah, I'll check back in with you whenever it kicks in or whenever I have to do the Miralax. So it's about 2:30 right now. Nothing has really happened yet, minus I have been so tired. I guess that's like a side effect of having a bunch of magnesium in your body. I took like an 1.5 hour long nap. But I was reading online and a lot of people, it doesn't start working till later. So I'm gonna be mixing up my Miralax soon. I'm supposed to do it at 3, but I think I'm gonna start it just a little bit earlier. Cause like, I don't know, now I'm paranoid that like, I'm not gonna be finished like getting everything out in time for surgery since my surgery is so early in the morning. So I'm gonna start that in a little bit. I am a little bit worried because I did not, like the way that I pictured this going was like, I would take this stuff, I would get flushed out and then everything would be fine. And then we'd leave for surgery, like I said, at like 3:30 in the morning. But now I'm like, oh my God, what if I have to go to the bathroom while we're driving? So hopefully everything is fine. I might like shit all over the car. I don't know. Oh God. But I'll make it work. I don't care. It'll be fine. To show you what the Miralax looks like. So I dumped it in a cup. This is all powder. I don't know if you can tell, but this is powder. I dumped it in a cup so that I could measure it better because in the bottle it's not like clear, so I couldn't see how much I was dumping in. And then I have Gatorade in like a bigger cup, which is almost half of what I'm drinking. There's still a little bit extra, so I'll be pouring about half of this in there and then half in another cup, and then whatever's left over with the Gatorade and the Miralax, I'll be doing that together. And I was supposed to drink that within 2 hours, so I will be doing that and letting y'all know. I think it's gonna be a rough ride, but you know what, like it's worth it. So but yeah, wish me luck. Or I guess by the time you're seeing this, you won't have to wish me luck because I'll have already done it. But yeah. So I'll check back in with you when I have more interesting information. And also, sorry, I can't remember if I explained this, but you basically put the powder in and then you have to wait like, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or something for it to dissolve, and then you can drink it. So it doesn't really have much of a flavor, especially if you're drinking it with something that does have a flavor. But if you mix it with water, the water will taste a little like strange. So drinking the Miralax is grosser than I'm used to because I'm drinking so much, like mixing so much of the powder with the Gatorade that has this like, like I don't even know how to explain the taste. It's just like, not like bitter, it's kind of like, the taste is a little bit chalky, but the texture is still just like Gatorade. But yeah, not a fan. So, what is on here? Sorry. So it's about like 4:10, 4:15 right now. And everything has started kicking in and working its way through. So that's a good sign. I decided to wear a flannel and a cardigan to the hospital because they were talking about wearing open shirts that you don't have to pull over your head. So I changed outfits. But yeah, so I started the magnesium citrate around 11, and since it's about 4 o'clock right now, that's how long it took for it to kick in. The Miralax, I was supposed to drink it within 2 hours of starting it. I started it around 2:30 and finished it around 3:30, so I actually did it in a little, around like half the time that it's supposed to take, but I was like, I don't know, I'm trying to get this done early so it's all like good to go. So yeah, this will be the last video, I think, probably, for the first part of my like bottom surgery videos, and then I will start filming. I'll go over tonight how I'm feeling about everything, and then tomorrow and all that filming and stuff will be part 2, or I don't know if I'll make a part 3. It depends how long, how many videos I take and everything. But this will be the end of part 1. So yeah, that's everything.